Yeah.
It's a free continent, I guess.
Friction, just make sure you at Europa Halo on Twitter. Make sure you DM the man. He'll hook you up with your nameplate. Everyone else, unlucky, you lose. No, there'll be another one after the grand finals. So stick around,
Yeah.
enjoy, relax, put your feet up, slip into something more comfortable.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait, what?
Let's look at the bracket quick.
Please stay fully clothed. Let's get a bracket really quickly. And as you can see, Power up against Cartel. They've had a pretty decent run. There's been a lot of 3-0s, although it will not reflect that in the screen that we've had. But let me just assure you, a Sharesy 1 guarantee that there has been a lot of 3-0s, and we have now got Power against Cartel, two mammoths in the European scene, a lot of veterans as well. You have your SLGs, your Jimbo Kimbos, all the greats. But it's going to be a huge one, and we cannot wait to get into this. CTF on Coliseum is game number 1. Let's hope for a tasty one, and maybe a game 5 as well, Wonderboy.
Yeah, I hope it goes the distance. It certainly has the stage set for it to go all the way to 5. It's a really fun game type to start a series off with because, Coliseum captured the flag, 2 power weapons on it. Something that Power did so well earlier on against Mocket was control the power weapons and put them into use. So we're going to have to see if Cartel are a similar type of beast, whether or not they can challenge around those power weapons and put Power under a bit of strain here in game 1. If they can do that, Richie, they're going to be off to an absolute flyer.
Jimbo looked to go towards that Rockets, and just like he did against the Mocket roster, he has died, but this time from across the map from SLG. Great teamwork out of SLG and the French guys securing that rocket launcher. So Jimbo off the respawn, but he's actually got rockets back in his hand. Shady has already progressed over the opposite side as well. A great start if you're a SLG and Cartel GG fan.
Yeah, it is. Jimbo hasn't been able to use the rockets as well as he would have liked so far. Shady has a real chance to maybe stock the flag, but can't quite get the angle onto Sniper Drone. 2 kills apiece here. Important shot to hit if you're Shady. He's not able to connect, and well, if he can't hit this one, it's going to be a flag capture. Real whiff there from Shady. Well, first blood goes into Power's hands, but those were a couple of whiffs right there from Shady. We're not accustomed to seeing that from this man.
No, that was whiffany, and there are cries that SLG would have hit those. I didn't say it. I'm just echoing the sentiments from producer Spilly. At the moment, we have another flag on the move from Power, and just like their namesake, they are fully on stop and fully in Power.
Yeah, overextension attempt here from SLG, but it's too late as Power put a second flag capture in out of nowhere. Could we be on Goose Watch here? We could really be on Goose Watch. In fact, no, everyone in the game has a kill. I saw no kills, but it was me. I'm not in the game, I'm observing. So ignore me. Seeker with a perfect could potentially allow his team to push on, but he's revealed himself now, and honestly, this could be the game right here. Seeker gets taken down instantly. Snipe Drone already running the flag. This could be a sub 2-minute game here, Richie, if Snipe Drone can put this flag home quickly.
What has happened here? What has happened, Wonderboy? 3-0, and nobody anticipated that happening. What a start from Power. Just absolutely dominating from the rip, and SLG, Seek all the boys that we had pegged to be, some of the big hitters, they were just walked straight and ran straight through there. What has happened? Talk me through it.
Well, I mean, Mosel's only put up a single kill. It doesn't matter. Jimbo really, really going off. 6 kills. I mean, that's double the highest on the Cartel side of things. For me, Cartel just never really got out of the gate. We saw Shady with Sniper earlier on, was playing in quite a passive position. Missed those pivotal shots. The time says 2 minutes 16, but don't forget you have all that time to load into the map, Richie, which I think that was about a 2-minute game. I mean, as we saw Snipe Drone put the flag in, it was just ticking to 10 minutes with new rockets coming up. So that's a 2-minute, that's 3 flag caps in 2 minutes. Absolutely unreal.
Sheer efficiency. Olympics. Have Power got somewhere to be this dinner time? Because they sure looked like it. They've made that game. It's happened. It's been and gone in a blink of an eye. 3 flag caps, like you say. Power weapons barely even touched the surface. They didn't even need. The Mo's got 1 kill, Wonderboy. What do Cartel need to do to bounce back here game 2?
They need to wake up and realize it's a series, because that first game just came and went. There's no getting that game back now. They just have to focus up here for Slayer Rig. Bit more of a slow-paced game type, which I suppose might help them out in that there is some power weapons to fight around. There's a sniper on this for SLG to grab the snipe. If it's me, I'm not letting Shady ever touch a sniper ever again.
Never again.
Although, sure, you can argue it's just the one flag capture he let in, but that then snowballed into another, and Cartel were fluctuating, and they couldn't just get out of that state of fibrillation, which ultimately led to their demise. So Slayer Rig needs to be much more methodical from them. They need to wake up and realize they're in a grand finals here. They're not playing against pickups like they are last week. Yes, they have a substitute here. Legend isn't on the roster. Precisionite stepping in. But they're still in the finals, and this is, a difference between taking home $600 and taking home $400. So, a $200 match right here.
What a statement of intent that was from Power. Ran straight through this Cartel roster that we thought were going to be there or thereabouts, but maybe it's time to bounce back now. Maybe they weren't warmed up, but excuses for another time. That game has been lost to the ether. You're 1-0 down so quickly before the series even started, but the Slayer has started off pretty decent. Even Stevens at the moment, 2 kills to 2. Sniper rifle in the hands of Power with Kimbo, but camouflage importantly in the hands of Cartel GG, and that is in Shady's chest.
Yep, Shady's hunting for Kimbo here. They're going to know who has the sniper. He whiffs the beat down and has no thrust to get out of this fight with Mose, and Mose is able to trade off the camouflage. That's such a shame from Shady. The beatdown just did not connect, and people can say ghost beatdowns, whatnot, but that's just a straight up missed lunge. You can't go for a beatdown at that kind of angle and expect it to connect. So then I had to use the thrust to get back on the map. Richie, it just spelled his demise from then on as soon as he found Mose. And in a different situation, it's been a rough series for Shady so far, but in a different timeline, maybe we could have seen him take down Kimbo with the sniper bit. Instead, Kimbo still alive with this weapon, doubling the lead here for Power, and they are looking in a commanding position here with, again, less than 2 minutes gone. They're up by 6 kills.
In a different timeline, maybe Shady is actually going off in this moment, but in our timeline at current, Shady is having a series to forget, at least for the moment. It's still plenty of time, mind you, to bounce back. He's taken down in the kill feed to a grenade, but Kimbo has that sniper rifle, 1 bullet left in the chamber. What can he do? Can he find the face? He's going to go for the no-scope. Doesn't find the body of SLG, unfortunately, this time, and is taken down in the white corner. 14 kills to 7 in favor of Power, and they're looking so good.
They are looking good. Precisionite here needs to stay alive, and does so with the assistance of SLG. Important for Cartel here to move back into the middle of the map and fight their way back towards the camouflage. Right now they're just taking 1 versus 1 fights and not really helping each other out. SLG the first to die in the team fight. Need to see more movement from the other members of Cartel if they want to fight for this camouflage. Shady and Precision are going down at the exact same time, right when the camouflage is coming up. It's just going to spell disaster here for Cartel. They just cannot seem to get anything going so far. 19-8, camouflage in the hands of Power as well. It's, a rough situation to come back from.
Yep, Cartel are playing multiple-time European champions, and boy oh boy is it showing. They haven't missed or lost a step. They've all recently started playing again, and it looks as though they've never left. They've picked up right where they left off. 22 kills to 10 against a team that's been playing quite consistently throughout Halo 5's lifespan. Although they are missing Legend, like we touched upon before, Precisionite is by no means a slouch. He is a heavy hitter as well. But that just only commends just how good this Power roster are looking.
A few missed shots there from Precisionite, but a good little run here from Cartel has allowed them to get back into this game. They were down by double digits, now they're only down by 8. And with Shady having a sniper rifle, he needs to start popping up in the kill feed here as soon as possible to allow Cartel a way back into this series. He's being pressured so much on the tower currently. Just needs to worry about his own life here. Can't afford to try and help a teammate. Just needs to stay alive with the sniper. Can't afford to take too many challenges. And again, it's good teamwork from Power. Understanding exactly where he's playing, taking him out of the equation, and moving that sniper over to Kimbo.
Yeah, at the moment, Cartel, a bit like that Dermot Kennedy song, they've got the power over him. At the moment, sniper rifle was in the hands of Kimbo, but he has just recently fallen, and it looks as though maybe Shady's getting this sniper rifle more often than not. Is that who they favour on the wing peeler? Is that the man they want with the scope? And SLG is maybe a backup to that. Is that a pattern we're sensing, or has Shady just happened to be in the right place at the right time?
I think it's more of the latter. I think it's more he's sort of an opportunistic sniper grabber, whereas if you had a chance and it was just free to grab on the map, you would certainly put it in SLG's hands. It's just not fallen the way of Shady so far, and you know, credit to Power again, pressuring wherever they can. The Cartel squad, they're only down by 10, but at this point, you know, down by 10 with only 16 kills to go here for Power. They're trapped outside the map, off screen, as Jimbo is trying to fight here into Whitehall. He gets taken down, but it's just a rough situation to be in. Shady could get himself a triple here, which he does. That will help things out just a little bit. Down by 7 now with scatter shot in hand. Next camouflage is going to be key, but it's not up for another minute. So time to start chipping away at this lead now for Cartel if they want to come back here in game 2.
And they do need to come back in game 2. There's no room for error anymore. You're already down a series. You really don't want to be going 2-0 and be playing last chance saloon. Shady gets taken down finally by Kimbo. But 6 kills and 10 kills, the difference is that they wear. They can be big on the rig, as if you do slowly start to chip away at them, you might see the other team slow the game down and wait for power weapons. But at the moment, up by 5, they have half that deficit. Make that, nope, still remains 5. So, and it's then extended to 6, but a double kill for Shady will help him. But will they run out of time? Will the sand run out of glass for them here? Will Power be able to keep putting up 1 kill for every 2 kills that Cartel they will ultimately squeeze out on top here? At the moment, signs are pointing to that, as they still have a gap of 5 to 6 kills. They just cannot claw that back in, Cartel.
Yep, Jimbo with snipe as well. It's not the result of the team fight you wanted if you were Cartel. Sniper doesn't go in your favor. Power were able to trade kills, and that's all they need to do from here on out. A good couple of kills there, and will actually take Jimbo out of the equation. I believe the sniper's fallen off the map, so no sniper in play. Shady's about to grab the new camouflage with only 5 points in it. They cannot afford to take too many more team fights here, can Cartel, but they need to help Precision Knight out. And Shady picking up 2, is about to pick up 3 potentially. But again, it's too many trades they're allowing Power here. And with 4 points to go, Richie, is it too little too late? It's a good late game resurgence here, but they could run out of time. And as you say, they could just run out of sand in the hourglass.
The issue I have there is, as that camouflage popped up, we did see Shady go for it, but we also seen Precision Knight jump onto that platform as well. Is there a miscommunication? Are they not telling each other properly what's happening? Because 2 people going for the same camouflage is something you don't want to see, and little micro errors like that can be enough for Power to pick up on and really punish you for it, as well as both players obviously going for the same camouflage. Only one player can grab it, and at the moment it's just 1 kill for Power. Jimbo's in a fight top tower. Seek it up to the coast, enter the fray, but no, at the moment Snipe Drone gets that kill, and that will be 2-0 in the series, and it's looking bad if you're Cartel. GG.
Yeah, really poor start from them. And it was those first couple of camouflage rotations that caught them off guard, and the inability to put the sniper into use. We saw Shady with it. You know, we never really saw too much output from him from that weapon, and it's disappointing to see from Cartel based on how they performed last week. Yes, they are missing Legend again. Precision Knight standing in, but I think maybe we're seeing what an impact a lack of Legend is on this Cartel roster, Richie. I mean,
yep.
Highest KD of the tournament last week, highest kills and assists per death of last week's tournament as well. You take him out of the equation on this lineup, and we're starting to see maybe some of the edge taken off of Cartel. They've had an easy road to the final so far, but now they're coming up against some substance. It might be back to the drawing board for them, or they might just be wishing Legend back as soon as possible.
Yeah, they definitely have taken the edge off some of that blade. They're not cutting as deep and as well as they were last week. But a big game from Kimbo and also from Snipe Drone as well. Snipe Drone putting down 2,700 damage. So great work out of him. What can they do game 3, Cartel? Can they bounce back, or do you think this is just going to be a 3-0 and a GG?
It's difficult to call which way this next game goes.
Yeah.
Plaza Strongholds. We saw Mocket put up a semi-decent fight earlier on for maybe 3 out of the 4 portions of the match, but it's that final portion that Power just seemed to just smell blood in the water and just absolutely go hell to leather and just don't allow you any chance to get back into the map once they decide the game's over. So I feel like Rig Slayer previously would have been different with a half decent start from Cartel.
Yeah,
they cannot afford a slow start here on Plaza Strongholds. Otherwise, it's going to be another Coliseum. It's going to be another game that's over in sub 5 minutes, and it's going to be a 3-0 the tournament going to Power. So a strong start here. If they can maybe catch Power napping and win some pivotal fights, we're using a bit of teamwork here and there, we can start to see maybe Richie a comeback in this series.
Well, players that are definitely capable of winning their 1v1 engagements and capable of a little bit of teamwork are Cartel, GG. And it's time to turn it on now. There's no more chances. This is your last chance, Leon. You lose this game, you're done. You'll be second place for you. Power have looked so formidable early doors in this series. Jimbo gets taken down by Precision Knight. Lovely shots from him. SLG up on S4. What can he do up there? He's been up here many times before as he opposite drop down into the nest, and he will be converting that over for Cartel. So it looks like it's going to be a 1-1 split. No, it's going to be a 2-0 split, and Cartel are scoring early doors.
Huge play though from Snipe Drone. Don't know if you caught his outline there, just hiding underneath nest, waiting for the pinch to come in as Cartel were grabbing nest. He combined with Mose, and I believe it was Kimbo rushing the nest. So they now have at least one stronghold on the map. They're scoring currently, but Yard is going the other way. For Mose here, needs to stay alive. Secure these spawns for his team. Wait for a bit of backup. Don't allow this stronghold to go the other way. And in fact, instead of reinforcements coming his way, it seems like the decision has been made cross-map to maybe fight for the Yard, and they've secured it. Will they maybe turn over the nest as a result of that? It looks like Cartel currently, as you can see on SLG's screen, are capturing the nest. So maybe a bit of a mistake there, a bit of a bad call, a bit of bad decision making from Power as they're now losing players on the map as well. This is the type of situation where Cartel really need to put the pressure on and capitalize from this, because it's not often you see a team like Power maybe caught in their own decision making, and there's a chance here for a triple cap momentarily, and they secure it.
Yeah, the onus for a moment was on Snipe Drone in a 1v3 to try and keep that nest in Power's ownership, but unfortunately for him, the ask was just far too much. He was getting shot from any which direction. He was taken down, and as a result of that bad decision making that you touched upon, Wonderboy, it is a triple cap, and all the kills going in favor of Cartel at the moment. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a Cartel fan.
Heartbreaking situation here for Power, because they want to group up, they want to try and coordinate a push together, but they just cannot get on the map at the same time. While all that was going down, Seeker has whisked away the camouflage. He's taken on 2 players though. Needs to stay alive off screen, and is in the stickiest of situations, but somehow stays alive. This man was no shields for a good 10 or so seconds, and now is back into contesting bottom middle. Huge plays from Seeker. They need this man to step up. Can he win this fight? You know he can. Bottom middle secured. That will keep control now for Cartel. Seeker turning up here in game 3.
Yeah, that was the difference. We've seen Looney misplay with the camouflage in the exact same situation where he opted to take the 1v1, but you've seen Seeker there fully cloaked, decided to bob and weave his way, stay alive, wait for his teammates to offer some support, and when it came, he got a kill onto some weak players and also outshot that player bottom middle. Great, fantastic work out of Seeker, and because of that, they maintain control and maintain scoring.
Cartel need to be careful here. They almost shot themselves in the foot, overextending for what would have been a triple cap. I'm not sure if they were entirely aware of Power spawning bottom snipe lift, so that's going to allow them to grab the nest, and as a result of the superior position on the map to attack bottom middle, they were able to secure that stronghold as well. So a real pivotal point in the game here for Cartel, as Kimbo and Mose will try and push for this triple. They need to make sure they are the first kill on the map. They get it going their way. Precisionite falling instantly with no trade in sight. Well, 2 kills for Snipe Drone is going to allow the pressure to maintain. And this triple cap here, Richie, we see it so often. It's just going the way of power. They just need to find the kills and collapse on the strongholds. And this one, honestly, could be over if Cartel are not careful here. And I don't say that lightly.
Was it a case of Cartel fighting off more than they could chew, getting a little bit excited, a little bit overzealous? They had control of the map, they went for that triple cap, went for that overextension, and because of that, this whole play has unfolded, and they have Power right back within touching distance again off that one misplay. And if you give Power an inch, they'll take a mile.
Kimbo able to grab the first camouflage of the game for Power, and despite this period of dominance from them, they still trail in this game thanks to the good start from Cartel. They've done what I've asked, have the French side with the Englishman Precisionite standing in, but it's this mid-game phase where they're almost stalling a little bit. They haven't been able to get out of second gear, and likewise have fallen by the wayside as we're seeing our first lead change of the game. And, well, Cartel, they need to put together some kills. Seeker found out, pushing top middle. That's never going to work. And now instantly at a disadvantage of Cartel. Kimbo with the camo can just pick his targets. And now can maybe start yard ticking for a triple cap. Not sure if this one will pay off, though, because he's going to be pressured from both sides. Needs some backup, and I think he recognises there's players either side of him. So just tries to dip out. Will finally get taken down. And now maybe a chance for Cartel to spring a surprise here in bottom middle. Jimbo goes down, so that's 3 down momentarily. Good push out there from the French outfit, and Cartel, they show signs of life here, Richie.
Yep, they've bounced back from that mid-game wobble. And looking good once again. Got a little bit more control, but bottom middle is being contested. Shady trying to capture that nest solo at the moment. Needs some help from his teammates. Snipe Drone puts down a little bit of help over towards that nest side. Precisionite gets taken down on your screens, and there's a huge fight over towards nest, which Jimbo decides to back down. They're going to go into yard instead, take this over, but it's a triple cap for Cartel, and they're
Seeker
storming in on Power.
Huge play from Seeker off screen. Contests the yard, keeps the triple cap rolling, and now it's Cartel who can play a little game of find the capture. Which stronghold are they going to push? And then just everyone collapse. You can see Precisionite moving into position. Seeker, though, taken down. Kimbo has to push for the yard. He's taken down. Kills going either way. All the while, the triple cap for Cartel is rolling. Snipe Drone didn't get the memo they were going for nest off screen. He's been taken down. Precisionite, with the advantage of his team having the first kill in the team fight, might try and make something happen. But off screen, Mose has camouflage. There's the back smack from Mose. And now, with 92 points on the board, we're seeing control flip the other way. This is back and forth, Richie. This is a really rubber bandy type of game type, and signs of life. It's do or die, don't forget, here for Cartel with 8 points to go.
Yep, this game is ebbing and flowing. It's on a pendulum swinging left and right. We don't know which way it's going to go, but Mose has utilised this camouflage expertly, it must be said. He needed to make the right plays to secure the cap for his team, which he did. He's finally taken down by Precisionite. He's looking to get this bottom middle hill, and he tries to stay alive on that soda truck there. Snipe Drone is taken down on White Car. SLG taken down off S4 Shady in a gunfight of his own, killed by Kimbo. Points all the while racking up for Power. It's 82 to 92, only down by 10, so you can be doing well in the gunfight, but you still have to get that stronghold, Wonder Boy.
They need to be careful, not getting too greedy. As soon as they get that first kill in the team fight, it's time to pounce. Precisionite and Co do get the capture before he's taken down. But the amount of resources they've committed into getting that stronghold will lead to the stronghold easily being recaptured by the enemy team. Snipe Drone taken down. Shady, that's a huge play. Could he get 2? Couldn't quite get the kill on Jimbo on the death screen. But there is a fight here in bottom middle. Seeker needs to get the kill on Mose. Cannot do so, and time is ticking down. Bottom middle reset. It's time for a different approach. Can Shady maybe pressure the nest? Too much pressure and time, Richie, maybe for one last push here from the French outfit.
Oh, all the dominoes are falling, and they're not falling in the way of Cartel. They got those 4 points, but at what cost? At what cost? Because ever since then, Power have just maintained control, just sticking in the hill. It's 98 to 96. The hill is still being contended. They've got a triple cap. It's going to be 100 to 99, and what a game that is, folks. 100 to 99. One play, bottom middle, turned it all on its head, and we do finally have a series in our hands. It's 2-1, and there's definitely some signs of life in Cartel.
Oh my god. I thought that Jimbo contesting bottom middle was going to be enough for them to just tick the time over, but SLG comes in with the backsmack, and somehow they end it with a triple cap. So even if they don't get bottom middle, there was plays being made elsewhere on the map. Credit to Cartel. There's two different approaches in that kind of late game scenario as we take a quick look at some of the stats and the captures. One, you throw all your resources, all your eggs in one basket essentially, and everyone can test bottom middle for one massive scrap. That doesn't really work if the enemy team is on 99, because they can just contest and then you have to rely on a complete 4-team wipe. So I love the way they split their resources, went over to Nest as well, and in the end, they won the fights everywhere, and they won the game. Let's go. We're going to a game 4, Richie.
They only needed the one more stronghold, and great work, like you say, to deciding to get that one player over towards the Nest to solo cap it, maybe put down a little bit of shots when he was finished capping the hill. But a great job to recognize that the bottom middle hill was going to be scrap. It was going to get ugly, and they might not come out on top. So to send that one extra man as security over towards Nest to secure those points. Great job out of Cartel, and an absolute nail biter. And here we go into game 4. It's going to be Echelon, Oddball. It's the first time we've seen Oddball on stream. What way do you see it going?
Another tricky one for me. Oddball towards the latter stages of Halo 5 was always a bit of a question mark in a lot of teams' vocabularies. So if I had to put money on it, despite losing that previous game, I think Power as a unit have looked solid all series long, all tournament long.
Yeah.
If Cartel can ride that wave and ride that momentum here into game 4, they can get a good start like they did in the previous game. Their mid-game woes won't be as drastic as we saw on the Rig Slayer. So if the start's good, Cartel have every chance of forcing a game 5 here. But for me, I think it's probably going the way of Power. Going the way of Power. Wonderboy predicting a 3-1 series win, and a grand finals champions then will be to Power. But have Cartel gotten away with it there at the death to keep themselves? Have they thrown themselves a lifeline? And will that be enough to pick up the spirits? Will the heads be up now when they looked like as though they were down and out? They've managed to crawl their way back, claw their way back from depths of despair. And here they are, Echelon Ball. By all means, they probably shouldn't be here. But on merit alone, they managed, and brilliance alone, really, they're in game 4. And will Power put this to bed now, or can Cartel get themselves another championship? But here it is, 6 points early doors in the favor of Power. Jimbo opts to play that ball smartly when he hears rocket launchers coming his way. Yeah, really smart play overall. He didn't actually get the ball off the map, but his pressure in bottom middle has allowed Snipe Drone to grab the camouflage. Off screen, just picks up a triple and the ball. So 3 kills there for Snipe Drone, but really smart plays at the start of the game from Jimbo. Seeing the fight, knowing he was outnumbered on the rocket side of the map. Manages to pick up a kill in top middle and whisk away with the ball. Keeps Cartel guessing. Sure, you can have the 2 rockets that are on this map, but guess what? You ain't having the ball, and I'm still alive. So that's why we're seeing this situation right now. Pelican set up 22 points and counting to 0. And Seeker right there, that's a really silly push. You cannot give up the first kill that easily in the team fight. Your team are nowhere near to trade, and Precisionite has just done, I don't want to say the exact same thing. It looks as if Jimbo's just caught him off guard, but there is no body system employed here. You cannot rely on individual skill in this type of matchup. So now we're going to have to see if Cartel can start to kind of get their act together and start pushing as a squad, because otherwise this team is not going to go the way that they expected.
Yeah, this is very disjointed from Cartel, and the team worked well and truly. A little setup in place for Cartel, keeping the map on lock. It was a great run out of Snipe Drone, got himself killing spree with that camouflage, hitting all the shots that he needed to as well. But Jimbo looking to secure more points on the board for his team as he heads towards inside. Knows those players are going to be spawning inside, immediately putting pressure on them. Sika has rocket launcher off screen. He needs to utilize them now to break the setup.
Yeah, it's a risky play for Cartel. They gave up and forfeited that entire time just to grab the rockets. Those are out now, and Jimbo is winning fights. Mose is winning fights. He's finally traded off their Mose, but all the while 69 lol to 0, and Cartel haven't had a sniff of the ball yet, Richie, and finally they are gonna grab the ball and get some points on the board. But again, it's a really sluggish start from Cartel, and it might come back to bite them late on in the game. They have control for now, though.
Can't afford to start slow against a roster of this sort of prowess, this pedigree. They will punish you every single time, and they already have with 69 points in their favor. But this time it looks as though Cartel have picked up 3 kills in favor of them. Snipe Drone answers back to the kill of his own.
Oh,
make that 2. Make that from 2. Sika having a little bit of a mare at the moment. Talk us through what just happened.
Richie, they killed 3. They did the hard bit, but the last guy killed 2 guys, including the ball guy. So yes, they finally have this setup back in place once they've taken Snipe Drone down, but as a team, you can't allow that to happen. Let's move on from it, because they have possession of the ball and have a decent setup here and a chance maybe to make something happen. But, well, the setup is broken very easily. 2 kills from Snipe Drone allow that to happen. And, well, Sika and Co now have to fight for the new ball, as well as stay alive from the positions they were just fighting from.
Yes, we'll move on, not only because the play is moving on very fastly, but because Wonder Boys get a little bit emotional for the misplays from Cartel, allowing Snipe Drone the frustrations on Wonder Boys' face. But at the moment, we're racking up a few points, but ball in the hands of Snipe Drone again. I have to say, I've been really impressed with him this series.
Yeah, he's really stepped up into a kind of main Slayer role, as you would almost expect him to in this type of lineup. But it's all well and good being, you know, a player like Snipe Drone on a team like this where you're expected to get kills versus actually getting those kills. So he's stepped up to the plate very handily, proving he's still one of the best in Europe. And Shady trying to ball glitch, was that? That's a bit naughty, but we'll move on from it as he's taken down in the end. And again, I mean, we're approaching double the score of Cartel for power. So yeah, again, another, I say it a lot, Richie, it's a tricky situation because, you know, that really terrible start. Let's not call it anything else. It was a terrible start from Cartel. Is bleeding into the rest of this game. They've had 1 setup so far. They've only gotten 46 points out of it, and in another 50 or so points, this game will be over.
Precision Eye has camouflage at the moment. He's been a little bit of a non-factor with it. Put a couple of shots into the ball guy, and then Mose put some shots into him in his back. He's struggling to stay alive, and he's challenging that. He's challenging that when he really doesn't need to with the camouflage, and he loses his life. Mose takes him down. Jimbo takes down Sika, and then Mose. That's all 4 dead now. And Precision Eye comes back up off the respawn, just gets a kill onto the ball guy, but immediately is back whacked as well. Snipe Drone scampers away with the ball and will rack up a few more points.
Head's gone. What are we doing there, Precision Eye? You got camo, bud. You don't need to be chasing kills. Let your teammates do that and bait them. Again, easier said than done. He was obviously believing in his own ability. He could get the kill, but he needs to realise that the power-up comes before your own ego. And that's a chance for Cartel to really put the cat amongst the pigeons, gone down the drain. And you can see team fight over here towards the Rockets is going to go in, well, I thought it was going to go in Power's favour, but they're 4 down. So Rockets in the hands of Precision Eye. Camouflage coming up. He can really jump these spawns here if he's careful. And maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel, but as I say that, 2 Cartel players go down off screen. Nothing is going right for them currently.
Rockets have gone down. Precision Eye has dropped them, and Kimbo has picked them up with the ball. Rockets already in the chamber. Does whiff the shot with the rocket launcher though, but Jimbo gets the kill for him, keeps his teammate alive, but only for a brief moment as he's taken down by SLG. Sika also gets a kill in the kill feed on Jimbo, and now we see Cartel racking up a couple of points. They're almost down by twice the scoreline with 5 minutes and some change left on the clock. They have it all to do. They need to do it now.
They do, but this is also the type of scenario in a game, Richie, where if you are in the lead by, almost double, you can switch off. You can start playing a game of Slayer, and if Cartel can maybe start lulling them into a false sense of security and capitalizing on some of these lapses in concentration, before you know it, you can be right back in this match. So I want to see a big triple here from SLG. He just goes for the ball instead, and Snipe Drone on the flank's able to take him down. But those are the types of plays that can get you back in the match. Snipe Drone able to win 2 1v1s in a row, has now grabbed the ball back for Power, and all of a sudden it's Cartel once again finding themselves having to break a setup. They're not making it easy on themselves, Richie.
No, they're certainly not. They've been playing this game enough to know when a setup is in place and how to break it. And they're making just some silly, I said silly there, that's not the one you want. Silly errors in the game, and they're finally racking up some more points, chipping away at that lead. Rockets will be up again shortly, and they will need to use them. I like the way the ball is inside. They can really utilize those rockets in a close distance. You don't want to be sending them across over by a Pelican, but inside you can really utilize those rockets efficiently.
Well, it doesn't seem like any resources committed over towards the rockets here by either team, which is smart, because Cartel were able to scoop them up off the respawn. You see Jimbo there just taken down by the rockets, and Precision Light able to convert 2 for 2 on rocket kills. Smart play not to go for the rockets, because you're almost banking on Power, thinking you're going to commit someone, maybe 2 over towards the rockets, and they're trying to jump the ball guy. Off-screen Seeker, that perfect kill in the kill feed was on Jimbo with camo, and then a double from Seeker as well. These are the types of plays that allow Cartel back in the game. They're now only down by around 10 points, Richie, and it's like I said, you catch Power napping, you catch them in some sloppy situations, there's a comeback on the cards here.
Power nap well and truly in place, and like you said, you catch them on the hop playing a game of Slayer, you can slowly chip away at that lead, and Cartel have done just that. They've led them into a false sense of security, and before you know it, they're back in the game and have taken the lead with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock as a sticky grenade gets thrown down.
Some really bad habits being shown here from Power with players of their experience. I don't expect them to keep overextending for these kills. They need to stop doing that if they want to keep this game alive. Mo's with a big double. Expect the ball to be played here any moment. There he goes, soaring off the map. That will allow 7 points needed for Cartel. Mo's with 3 kills in a row here. Richie has a chance to allow his team to scoop the ball up and potentially make a last stand on this game.
Heads up play by that player, keeping the ball in his possession as he sort off the map just to rack up a couple more seconds. Only 5 seconds left, 2 people down. This game is done and dusted. We're going to a game 5, ladies and gents.
What a comeback by Cartel. I mean, they were down nearly 60 points at one stage in that game. That is a tremendous composure to keep your head in the game. Shady especially is someone that I want to highlight here, because you can look at his 10 kills alone as maybe not chipping in as much as he should, but some of the plays he was making to break setups as well as get the ball off the map to ensure that no extra time went Power's way was absolutely clinical. So really well done, keeping the heads on the shoulders there for Cartel, and they force a game 5. Power in the mud.
We had this build as a game 5, and at early stages of the series, it didn't look as though we were going to get that. It looked like it was going to be a quick 3-0, but for that 1-point victory on the strongholds. And like I said, they've got their wind in their sails now, have Cartel, and we could be on board for a reverse sweep, and they could make this a 2-peat very quickly, Wonderboy.
Yes, they could. Looks like we've got a wrong game type loaded up. I was confused when he put Capture the Flag Truth on. Obviously, in a best of 5 series, pretty sure Flag can't be game 5. It's got to be a Slayer in game 5. I know that much from my time working with Face It, doing the game types for all the Halo 2 anniversary tournaments. That was really fun, by the way, doing all that, Richie. You know how fun it is to make sure that you don't have repeat maps and game types in a row when you have 3 maps. It's really great. It's good fun.
It sounds like good fun.
I'm
all for a Flag game 5 if that's the way it's gonna go. Flag game on Truth will be good fun to watch, but we are going to get a Slayer, and we're going to get those ebbs and flows, the craziness of a Slayer, and Slayer on Truth it will be. We'll be starting that up in just a moment. But back to your Face It days, admin and the three map 3 game type system, that must have been a beauty to do.
It was. I would like to see in Infinite, and there's a few pros that speak about this as well. That I know share a similar opinion. Is Slayer not being a game type at all, and it just being constant objective game types? Because there used to be an old saying back when I used to play. I'm pretty sure it's kind of hung around and stuck around in the European scene. Anyone can win a Slayer. So if you dropped a Slayer in a series against a team that maybe you should have beat, you just say, anyone can win a Slayer. Like let's move on to Flag. Let's move on to Bull. So maybe in Infinite we'll see that being a possibility. But for now, Richie, first of all, we have a game 5.
We have got a Slayer. We have got a game 5, and anybody can win a Slayer. And we're hoping that anybody will win a Slayer. As Jimbo soars out front window, immediately putting pressure on those guys on the P side, but is taken down by a Seeker grenade. Snipe drone answers back with a 5, but it's 3 killed very quickly in favor of Cartel, and camouflage should be secured.
Yep, Seeker with the camouflage. And those are the types of plays from Jimbo where if you want to be that guy for your team, you want to be the main Slayer, you cannot afford to put yourselves in compromised positions such as those. And Jimbo here might be caught off guard by a Seeker who's already weak. Granted, Jimbo would have seen him late because of the camouflage, but Seeker is onto a hot start here on Truth, and if you're a Cartel fan, that's exactly what you want to see. No legend this week, of course. Precision Knight stepping in for the man who last week had the highest KD of the entire tournament. We could be seeing back-to-back Cartel victories here. 8-2 the lead early on here on Truth.
Cartel winning the tournament without their main Slayer is a statement of intent within itself. In that Flag game on Coliseum, it did look as though Power were in it to win it. They've been pegged back 2 game types in a row. Can they do it third time of asking? Can they close this series out when it matters most in the Slayer on Truth? 12 kills to 5. They've recovered just ever so slightly, down by 7 kills. Still, Seeker gets a kill cross map off screen. Gets a 5 kill. We're on board with SLG, who has a killing spree of his own. He's putting on a clinic.
What's happened to Power? They're getting caught in some really unfortunate respawns here. You can see the blue outlines. They finally have a base over at red. They still have Seeker to contend with, but as you can see in the kill feed, he's taken down. But for the last minute or so, they have just been trapped at Carbine thanks to the relentless pressure of Seeker and SLG at the Pink Tower. So now they finally have a base. This is a chance for them to get back in the game here, Richie. Double from Jimbo, but also camouflage coming up, and they have P2 control. Pivotal to secure that power up. Precision Knight, that's not going to work at this level of play, buddy. He's taken down, and camouflage is going into the hands of Mose. Although off screen, you can see he's taken down before he even grabs it. So Seeker makes a huge play. He scooped up the camouflage, killed 3 in a row from Seeker. Another camouflage, 7-point lead. And just as Power looked like they were getting back in the game, it's a wonderful play from this man. Seeker, the MVP so far.
Looked as though camouflage was well and truly going to be secured. His Precision Knight stuck his nose out bottom base and was met with brute force from 3 people on the side of Power, and it looked as though it was only a matter of time before Moz grabbed it, but Seeker said no. He got himself 3 kills, and a huge 3 kills as well, as they got a lead by 5. So without Seeker now, this game will be within touching distance, but thankfully for him, he's put up the kills when it matters. It's still within 5, and still within touching distance if you're Power.
Yeah, and that's the worrying thing for Cartel. Seeker is making these huge plays. You've got SLG chiming in with killing sprees as he was earlier on. But, I mean, the deficit for Power, still only 4, about to be 3, about to be 2. It's about to be 1 as a Jimbo unofficial overkill. I'm giving it to him. Jimbo, that was dirty. 1 point the difference. So for all that hard work, it's right back in it, and all of a sudden Cartel are the ones with some unfortunate carbine spawns. It's Jimbo's turn to turn up here. He's trying to be that guy for Power, and well, after a really poor start that allowed Cartel a lot of control, he's starting to turn up here on P3.
It's got to be frustrating if you're SLG, if you're Seeker. You've both got killing sprees respectively. You look down at the scoreboard and Power are still there. They just will not go away. They are relentless. It's neck and neck just as you expect a Slayer will be. Double kill for Jimbo patrolling this P3 area. P2, another kill for him. Jimbo is on fire right now, Wonderboy.
It's really hard to guess which way this game is going, Richie. I've got a game for everyone in the chat. You want an MCC nameplate? Well, guess what? Guess the final score and the winning team of this match, this Game 5 Slayer, and we'll pick a winner from that. How's that sound?
Sounds good enough to me. It's going to be a tough one to predict. Any analysts around there will have to throw the rulebook out the window as kills are going in favor of both teams. It's back and forth. Jimbo gets another kill, but Kimbo gets taken down, but gets a trade onto Precision Eye up on P2, and Sika looking to go in there and answer back for his teammate. But it's all going Pete Tong at the moment. If you are Cartel in the lead by a considerable amount at the start, but as the mid game is kicked in, Power are still there, and not only that, they've taken the lead and they're now up by 5 kills. Wonderboy.
Yeah, Cartel really need to start trading off some of these kills. They need to keep it close going into the next camouflage. In around a minute's time, SLG here, that's a really dangerous play off screen, and you can see in the kill feed, Shady going down as well. It's just adding to the points here for Power. They are getting closer to victory. Precisionite taking a fight against Snipe Drone. That's not going to work either. We've seen a few of those from Precisionite in a Game 5 so far, Richie, which might work in matchmaking, but don't work at this level of play. And as a result of Precisionite losing that fight, you can see the red outlines. SLG's in the base, but everyone else was over on that Carbine side. They've been taken down. So it's it's a you need to see kills go in the way of Cartel really, really soon. Otherwise, you're just going to see Power steam away with this Game 5 and prevent the reverse sweep.
Precisionite currently struggling. He's the player on the team, -4. It's the worst KD of the team at the moment. He just seems to be soaring out desperate in kills, getting taken down, soaring out P2 there, the top middle to take on Snipe Drone. Well, that's bread and butter for him. He takes him down with the help of his teammate shooting from the window as well. 44 to 41. It's neck and neck. It can all come down to one spawn rotation here.
Cartel there shooting the shield down, obviously takes a considerable amount of damage to do that. Now Jimbo's completely exposed top middle. Could be a free kill if anyone wants to look there, but no one's putting the pressure on Jimbo. He's able to back Shady down, and now most of the Cartel members are weak. Jimbo's going to flank him from behind. He's met by Shady, who's aware to it, but all of a sudden the Vice is closing in and Shady's out of ammo. All of a sudden there was 2 kills there for him, but no ammo to convert them. All the while, Camouflage has gone in the way of Power, and I believe it's into the hands of Snipe Drone, who now has a perfect flank. Cartel, they made the reverse sweep happen up until the very last moment. Power win 50-43 and are our Week 2 winners of the Halo 5 Pro Series.
Week 2 winners. They've taken down Week's 1 winners, which was Cartel, and you have to say, shooting down that shield onto Jimbo, using all those bullets, has paid the price for Cartel. As you can see, they didn't have enough bullets to finish off the kills then, and miraculously, once they'd shot that shield down, they still didn't kill Jimbo. So all that shooting of the shield was for nothing, as Jimbo just traded one shield straight to the left to use another, and then got a kill onto P2. A great work out of Power, it has to be said, to come back in that game, come back in the series after winning 2, then being pegged back 2 games in a row, on board for online for a reverse sweep. But no, they've answered back when it matters most. They've come huge, and a great game out of the guys on Power. Jimbo, Snipe Drone, and Kimbo having games to remember. Snipe Drone with 17 assists. Wonderboy, a great game out of him.
Insane Game 5 performance from Snipe Drone. 13 kills, 17 assists. That's, quick maths, that's 30. He's contributing to 30 kills right there on his own. It's absolutely incredible. When you have a player putting that kind of output out in a Game 5, we didn't see much of his point of view, but he was locking down P3 for long periods of the game, which made things very hard for Cartel when they didn't have control. Just looking at the chat, I see a winner who actually called 50-43 Power, and it's Benno, XBL. Congrats, mate. Make sure you DM Europa Halo on Twitter. You won the MCC nameplate. Congratulations. You done well. You should have put a bet on that. But well done. Congratulations.
Yeah, we once upon a time did have betting on the Pro Series, and if you could have betted that 50-43, I'm sure Sky could have given you decent odds. This stream isn't brought to you by Sky, but it could be if they want to get involved.
Yeah, we are open to sponsorship opportunities here at Europa Halo. We take Xbox Live memberships.
Yes.
I could buy an Xbox Live membership today. Sad times. That's how long it's been since I've been on Halo 5. But yeah, a really tremendous performance, though, it has to be said, by Power. We speak about resiliency, you know, coming back in a reverse sweep situation like Cartel were. It takes even more resiliency when the other team's riding that wave of momentum, and you're able to just cut it down and cut it short with a really tremendous performance, especially at the start of that game where Cartel were able to get a 6-7 point lead with control on the map with huge plays from Seeker to shut all that down and come back in a game 5. Great experience shown by the veterans, and they are the week 2 winners.
Yep, they weren't shaken, they weren't wobbled by those 2 games they lost. They screwed on the heads when it mattered the most. Took down Cartel rather. Right when it looked as though they were getting up and ahead of steam, they were up by double the kills. So it's a great and fantastic performance out of them. And if anybody has any 48-hour trials, if they could send them over to Wonderboy so he doesn't have to buy a membership again, that would be greatly appreciated.
You can see it. It's like there somewhere. Hang on. It's like, yeah, down there.
Yeah, message to all friends and followers. Get Wonderboy a 48-hour trial if you can. That should be it for us. Anyway, Wonderboy, until next week, will we see Power keep the rosters going strong? Will we see a 2-peat, or can Cartel answer back in week 3?
Well, that's going to be the question. We'll see Legend back in action next week in place of Precisionite, I hope. No disrespect to Precisionite, but you want to see this Cartel roster with a full force. We've been robbed of their full strength lineup playing against any real teams. You know, a couple of pickup teams in week 1.
Yeah.
This week we finally got to see them go up against a full strength roster in this Power team. But again, we were robbed of their full lineup playing in this matchup. I'm eagerly anticipating next week, if all players are present, what kind of grand final we get, because no doubt both of these teams are going to be here again.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it for us at Europa Halo and our coverage of the Halo 5 Pro Series. We got a series game 5 that we were looking for. Wonderboy, it's been a real pleasure. Thanks for coming on. Any closing sentiments you want to say? Any plugs?
No plugs. I might not be here next week. I'm in the process of moving house. Sorry about that. But if I am here, I cannot wait to see what happens. Thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate you guys supporting European Halo as always. Shout out to Spilly, the producer. Shout out to you, Richie. You're all right, I suppose. Yeah.
I do.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. So much like. Every time you say that, Harry, they throw things. You need to stop over. Oh no! Plummet's not alone here. Oh no, Plummet!
Desire here needs to watch out.
Oh, big nades.